wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today we have Brother Abdul Haseeb, who is an industry expert. He is into various technologies, and now he is mainly focusing on PMP. He is a DevOps practitioner, and he has gone through multiple companies to gain a rich experience from various companies. And with his expertise, I think he's the right person to talk about the new things that are going in the industry. So DevOps is a hot cake in the current scenario, and he is an expert for us to speak about that. And today's talk is going to focus mainly on the DevOps and the career opportunities that has arose from this particular technology. So I think without taking much time, so let me allow Abdul Haseeb Bhai to take it further. And then I thanks all for joining this session, taking out your precious time from your weekend, that to family time. That shows that how much we are keen on focusing about updating ourselves with the industry current trends. I think this is needed to keep updated what's going in the industry. So I think I appreciate all of you for taking out your time, and I think it is going to be a very interesting session today. So be with us till the end, and I think we'll allow for the question answer session in the end. Let him go through the slides, and if he feels that he want to ask some questions after some slide, maybe we can take those questions as well, but let him go with his flow. I think over to now time for Abdul Haseeb Bhai to take it further. Over to you, Abdul Haseeb Bhai.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks a lot for your morning time spending with us. Thanks a lot for joining. And we really appreciate your enthusiasm to learn the DevOps. Here, let me tell you at the beginning, we are not the experts, but we are trying to share our knowledge, whatever the experience we have gathered since long time. And let's agree to disagree whatever I'm sharing. Okay. Yes. So about today's topic, DevOps and the career opportunities. Let's see what is the agenda for today. First of all, I will give a brief introduction about myself. Then we'll see what is DevOps. Then we will see the DevOps maturity assessment and its relation between Agile and DevOps. These two topics we have added particularly in this session. The reason being is majority of the people in this session are having 10 plus years experience. So that's the reason, as per your responses, we consider those responses, and we have included these two bits over here. And again, about the career opportunities as well across, whether it is a fresher, experience, or anyone. At the end, we will take the question answers as well. In between, we request you to put down your questions in the chat box so that it is going to be helpful for us to know and to prioritize the questions. Okay. Yes, a brief introduction. So I'm a student of knowledge. I work with multiple companies like Hewlett Packard, IBM, Wipro, Infosys, and at the moment with Principal, to name a few. My international experience includes UK, Denmark, and Middle East. I played a variety of roles, from development till operations, till pre-sales, and at the moment I'm working as a transformation consultant. I love to hear people. I love to help them. This gave birth to my NGO, which is 360 Career Vision. So this NGO is not the competitor of any NGO. It is basically a consulting NGO. That means we don't arrange sessions on ourselves. Whoever NGO wants to arrange sessions, we join with them and we work under their umbrella. We have gathered all these scattered scholarship at one place. So if you visit our website, our team has gathered all these scholarship at one, not all the scholarship, majority of the scholarship. Right now there are 2 scholarships available on our website. So those are the verified scholarships. And we do the career counseling. These are the areas where we work. Couple of weeks back, we have a session on mid-career crisis as well. So all these areas which you see on the screen, we provide the career counseling. Recently, in around 6 months or 9 months, we have delivered around, not 9 months, sorry, it is over a period of 1 year. We have delivered 50 lectures. So this is my WhatsApp number. If you need any help from my side, feel free to WhatsApp me. I will call you back, and feel free to connect me over the LinkedIn as well. Yes, today's intention. As I was telling, we all, or at least I am the student of knowledge. So here, we are to unlearn whatever we know. We want to understand from a different perspective, DevOps, and then we want to build a shared understanding about DevOps. And at the same time, we want to be humble. Let me tell you another important thing. Whatever I'm displaying over here, it is in my personal capacity. The content and everything, it has no relation with any of the employers. Okay, these are again just some of my learnings where I'm here to share with you. And I'm agree to disagree on those learnings. I request you to provide feedback so that from your question, from your inputs, I can unlearn whatever I know, and I will take your inputs so that I can learn in a proper way. Moving further, DevOps. It is a buzzword. Everybody has different opinion about DevOps. Okay. Let's see about what are the major myths about DevOps. People say DevOps is only about continuous deployment. It is only about continuous integration. It is only about continuous delivery. It is only about continuous testing. Generally, people say DevOps is not for support projects. DevOps is not for development projects, or it is only for development projects. So these are all whatever I am sharing over here. These are the myths. Okay, it is only for web-based application. It replaces agile methodology, and in DevOps, no more testers are required. It's all about release automation. It is not for a legacy application. People say, which is again a major myth, DevOps is only about tools. Let's see how DevOps got evolved. Okay. We had business, development team, testing team, and operations. So they all are sitting apart from each other. There is a barrier among them. Okay, so that was a waterfall model. The barrier between business, development, and testing got reduced, but still there was a barrier between ops team. That gave the birth to the agile, and then the barrier between all the teams got reduced, and all the phases, all the teams got connected via tools and automation. So this culture we generally call as DevOps. So the barrier reduction among all the teams gave birth to DevOps. What is the shortest definition to understand? The shortest definition which I learned and which I shared in 2011 is a mindset and culture of connected automation. This is very raw definition we can say. Let's build our understanding in further slides.
Transformation.
Okay. Yes. Any inputs, any questions? Admin can interrupt me at any point of time. If you are not able to listen me, please feel free to raise your hand. Then accordingly we will and I will adjust the things at my side. Yeah.
I think you can proceed.
So,
Clear. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's good.
Sorry to interrupt you, Abdul. Sorry to interrupt you, Abdul. So your voice is a bit clumsy. I mean, we are not able to hear you properly. Like your voice is so low.
Okay. My voice is not proper. Yeah, is it for is it with everyone?
No, actually, Abdul Prasad here. I'm able to hear it correctly, loud and clear. So probably the headphone or the rest of the people, they need to check their own headsets probably if they're on the headsets.
Network coverage.
Yeah. But I'm pretty clear.
Yeah, it's clear to me as well. Video and audio both.
Yeah, I do clear audio.
That's great, Prasad. Thanks a lot for your inputs.
A few minutes back, your voice is not audio.
So let's move about the
Brother, I
transformation.
request you not to share your video. Instead, let us see the screen, and probably that is hinted bandwidth. So you can close your video. We can hear you. Alhamdulillah.
Yes, very nice input. Very thanks a lot for that one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So as we have majority of the people who has experience 10 plus, so that's the reason we have added these slides about the transformation. Okay. So when we speak about the transformation, what is the first thing comes? It comes about the assessment part. Okay. How we are going to do the day of assessment. First of all, what we have to do is whatever our phases are there, convert these phases into activities. Convert these phases into activities. Okay. And once we do, and once we break those phases into activities, we need to identify what is the tool we are using for that activity. A tool can be a script. A tool can be a simple script. This script or this tool should be connected to integration tool. This should be connected to previous activity or previous phase. And the fourth step is to connect to the next phase. And when everything is done, all the results should be displayed to a centralized portal, centralized place. And how? It should be automatically. This assessment is based on the definition of the of our DevOps, which is connected automation among all the phases. Connected automation among all the phases. So what we are doing in the maturity assessment is we are connecting each and every activity with its previous next phase, and we are connecting to the continuous integration tool, and all the results should be displayed to a centralized portal. And all these things should happen automatically. The automation is our sixth maturity level. Let's take the example of the testing phase. Testing, there should be automation for the testing part. The testing should be connected to CI tool. It should be connected to development. It should be connected to deployment. And it should be connected to the Confluence or centralized place. How? Everything has to be automatically. So if all these 6 phases are achieved, 6 maturity level is achieved. Let's take another example about the development activity. We might be using some IDE, IntelliJ or something like that. It should be connected to IntelliJ Jenkins. Then it should be connected to any versioning tool. Then level 4 of the maturity might be connecting to SonarQube and Jacopo. And the result should always be displayed to a centralized portal. So these are the two examples we saw about the testing and development, how we should do the maturity assessment. And if anybody needs assistance on the maturity assessment, feel free to contact me. When we are doing the transformation, the major things come, the next things come is whether agile or testing, what it should be first. That's the reason I always say it is a catch-22 position. People always get confused what should be the first, whether we do the agile transformation or the test transformation. On this, if you visit my LinkedIn, I have written an article also over there. Let me explain this one in my next slides as well. So first of all, as a senior person, as part of the DevOps, let's put a schedule, weekly schedule. Then what I prefer is, as a personally, I will start the agile transformation. In parallel, I will start the test automation. These two things can go hand in hand in parallel. Okay, and what I feel is agile transformation is the prerequisite for DevOps transformation. Unless until we have agile and test automation in place, we will not have the majority of outcome of DevOps. And what I feel is these are the two tracks. We know train, so it has a track. Okay, so agile and test transformation is the track on which the train of DevOps will run. Okay, so once this is done, we can start about the DevOps assessment. We have broken down all the phases into activities. And for each activity, what we are going to do is we are going to use a tool for that one. Okay, so availability of the tool and the tool, as I have told you, that it can be an automation script. Then we will connect to that activity to CI, continuous integration tool. Then we will connect to the previous phase. Then we will connect to the next phase. Then we will connect to the collaboration. And all these 5 activities has to happen automatically. Then I will be able to achieve the maximum maturity assessment for that activity. So this is in terms of the transformation. Now let's see what are the metrics we generally should have. These are again from my experience. These are not the traditional matrices. Okay. First of all, DevOps maturity assessment, which I was talking about. And again, if you need any help over here, please feel free to connect me over LinkedIn or via WhatsApp. That is going to be the first step. Then the gap analysis matrix. Then tool implementation assessment matrix. I will give a sample of these two matrices, in my further slides. At the same time, when we are doing the transformation, we should be measuring what is our deployment frequency, what is our lead time to change, then change failure rate, and time to restore as well. These are the 4 standard metrics which has come from the DORA report as well. Now, I was talking about the metrics. So let me consolidate in this slide all of them. For each activity, I was saying that, okay, there are going to be 6 maturity levels. So our DevOps assessment should give, or the assessment should give the outcome that, okay, in which state I am. Okay, the maturity assessment should give that one for each activity. Then we were speaking about the gap analysis matrix. What is a gap analysis matrix? Okay, it is to identify all the opportunities required to achieve maximum DevOps maturity. Okay, what does that mean? Please just take the example. Okay, we might be having code quality tool. What is the impact if we don't implement this tool? Okay, the code quality of the code cannot be measured. What is the due date for that one? And who is going to be the owner? And what is the severity? So this is about the gap analysis matrix. A second example is a pipeline. Okay, we need a connection between build and UAT. What if we don't implement this one? So this is the second column. Manual intervention, gap of 10 hours after every build. Then by what time we have to implement? Then who is going to implement? And what is the severity? So this is one of the major gap analysis metrics which I have shared with you while doing the DevOps transformation. Another metric I was telling about the tool implementation impact assessment metric. This is very much important because this will give us, whenever we are implementing any tool, to whom we need to include and what is going to be the impact on the other phases or other activities. Just take the example. I want to implement or onboard Bitbucket. Then for development team, testing team, what is going to be the impact on them? High, medium, low. Because if we see Bitbucket, it has a huge impact on development. And on testing, it is medium impact. And for the deployment, it is low impact. And operations, incident management, provisioning, no impact at all. Okay, just take the example Selenium. If I want to onboard Selenium, what is going to be the impact? Because whenever we are implementing any tool or onboarding any tool, we need to inform all the stakeholders. So the columns you can see adjacent to tool name, it is going to be those stakeholders or those teams or those activities. Okay, and in the table we will view low, medium, and high. Docker for the development team, it might be a high impact. For testing, no, not that much. They are not that much worried how the deployment is happening. For deployment team, yes, it is a high impact. So in this way, we need to use this metric, the tool implementation impact assessment metric. I know I'm running a little bit fast in favor of time, but if you have any doubt, please put down on the in the chat box. We will take those questions. Okay. Then generally I call this where all DevOps is. Where all DevOps is. DevOps is now going across. It is going to artificial intelligence. It is going to BI. It is going to data ops. It is going to IoT. It is going to Sept. It is going to all the fields. Okay. And what is the framework for that one? It is the connected automation. It is a culture of connected automation. So DevOps is entering in each and every technology, and DevOps is independent of the technology. DevOps is independent of the technology. Then what is the purpose of DevOps? Generally, people say that for what purpose we are using DevOps. Is DevOps for no ops? I don't think so. I don't think so. DevOps is for no ops. Big companies are using DevOps like Google, Amazon, and all those are using DevOps. For what purpose? For the faster feedback. They are using for the plan, do, check, and act. They are using for plan, do, check, and act. Because in today's world, the companies who learn from their customers in a faster way, those companies are leading in the world. Because customers are center for each and every business, DevOps is a tool to gather that fast feedback. And with the help of PDA cycle, we generally call as, okay, plan, do, check, and act. So with the help of this one, the big companies like Amazon, Google, Flipkart, and all those things, they are adjusting their way of doing. Okay, so that's the reason what I always say is DevOps is the right way to build the right product or right application, we can say. So this is how the majority of the big companies in the world they are using. Now, let's move towards the opportunities. Generally, people say that operation management, incident management, project managers, project leads, these jobs are getting diminished or they are in problem. Generally, that is the philosophy and that is the fear among these all the people. But I say that DevOps is an oxygen for those dying roles. If DevOps could not have come in the market, then obviously there could have been major problems for a couple of roles which I mentioned on my screen. But DevOps has become an oxygen for these roles. So that's the reason what I feel is these are the very important experience which are required for DevOps. Let's see in my further slides how DevOps is helping these professionals to build their career. As I was telling, it is oxygen. Let's see how. See, DevOps is a change. It is a major technology change. It is a major change in the way how we are working. Whenever we are talking about the change comes with two types of pain. One that hurts, and another pain is that changes. Change always comes with two pains. One pain that hurt us, and another pain that changes us. And we have to, I believe, being in IT, we have to pick up the second part. We have to take the pain to change. That's the reason I always say we have to keep an eye on the changing technology. We have to learn to unlearn the things. And this has to be a continuous way. This has to be a continuous way. When we are speaking about the opportunities or the problems, what I feel is we should always have a right topping on our career. We should have always a right topping on our career. What do I mean by? Just take the example. We are fearing that, okay, the tester job is going to, the testers are going to lose the job. Okay. But as I was saying, DevOps has provided an oxygen for that one. How? They can move to the automation. They can move to CI/CD. They can move to SecOps. They can work as a build and release. And another category of majority of the people are from production support. They also feel that, okay, they are going to lose the job. But again, if we use the DevOps properly, then they are going to build their jobs with those things. How? They can enter into SecOps. They can go to the build and release. And even production support and everything can be automated. Okay. And whenever we are talking about the automation, the organizations are putting heavy investment to move them to development. So I'm a tester and I'm doing a good automation, then obviously I can have good connect with the development team. And I can jump over there, and organizations are investing over there. So these are some of the things for the mid-experienced people. What about the senior professionals? The question comes, what about the senior professionals? What I believe is senior professionals are already working in these areas. Senior professionals are already working in these areas. They have to put a right wrapper on that one. They have to put a right wrapper. How? By keeping an eye on the technology, by having an attitude of learn to unlearn and continuous improvement. Obviously, senior people are working either towards operations part, towards management part, towards the development part. So the right presentation of their skills will help them to move in the DevOps. These senior professionals can jump into the transformation, the agile transformation, the DevOps transformation, the test automation, because the DevOps is consisting of all these things. DevOps is not bringing anything new. It has just brought the new way of working. It has just brought the new way of working. So if senior professionals adapt for this new way of working and put a wrapper across their experience, then I think there's nobody going to be like them. Okay. In our responses, we know we have freshers as well. Okay, so they are telling me, okay, what about freshers? DevOps consists of majority of the open source tools. DevOps consists of majority of open source tools like Jenkins, Git, SonarQube, Jacoco, Maven, Puppet, and Docker. So many open source tools are available, and there are so many free videos which are available on the internet. So what I feel is they can go and they can do these learnings. They can learn from web, and they can say that, okay, we have connected the development testing part. We have connected the different phases of the project life cycle. With the help of this one, they don't need to show any fake experience. And since it is emerging field, so the graduates who are in the last year or so, they can easily jump into these fields and they can build their career very easily. And if we say very honestly, I didn't get a job being a fresher, but in my free time, I have downloaded these tools and I have created these pipelines. Then company will respect their honesty. Then they will see the technical skill. And obviously, since they have done the hands-on, they will get immediate job and good job. Yes. Any questions? We are in a position to take any questions. Because majority of the time I want to spend on the question part.
Yeah, I think it's the right pause. So far, whatever we have gone through. Any questions from participant? Please go ahead.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Hello. So I wanted to ask, what about for the network engineers, system engineers, and the security team, network security team, for them?
That's a good point. Okay, so the network people can move to the SecOps as well, because networking, when we say it has become very classical way. People are doing just the networking courses and they are trying to search the jobs. But nowadays the market is not in that way. Networking or .NET or Java, those has become the ABCD to jump into the IT. So we have to build a career on that one now. There are so many opportunities related to networking, and in the security world, it is a huge one. In the security world, it is a huge one. And as I was saying, we can apply DevOps at all the places. Whatever the work we are doing, we have to do it in a connected way. And we have to bring the end-to-end automation. So that's the reason I always say that DevOps is a concept. So which can be applied whether it is SAP, whether it is networking or any. Because DevOps is being used, this concept is being used in marketing as well. So that is called as the market ops.
Okay.
Yep. And for
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes.
Myself Saifullah, and I have a doubt, a simple doubt, which is stating as whether DevOps is related to this artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning, sir. How these three things are related to DevOps, sir?
Yeah, that's correct. See, as DevOps is a concept, right? It is a framework to work, right? So the artificial intelligence and machine learning, all these go hand in hand. That means these concepts are applied in DevOps, and DevOps is used in those artificial intelligence and machine learning. Because I work with the data team as well, okay, where they are doing a lot of reporting and all those things. So I have implemented in my past the DevOps in data team as well, in artificial intelligence as well.
For a fresher to get into these jobs, what exactly he has to do, sir? Like freshly he has graduated and he is looking for a job in an IT field, and he is from a mechanical background. I am a mechanical engineering background, and if I need to get into these fields, what exactly I have to do?
Yep, that's a good question you asked. See, first of all, I always want to know why part. I always want to know why part. Why from mechanical you want to come to IT? That's one thing. First of all, I am not expecting the answer right now because otherwise it will become a counseling session and we have other questions to take. So I'm just giving some of the way how you are going to choose and what you are going to choose. Okay, first of all, ask yourself, why are you moving over here? Because if we see mechanical, then we can do certain career toppings over there. Career toppings over there, like mechatronics. Okay, mechatronics. If we do that one, then mechatronics is one of the huge and one of the huge course in demand in even IITs. So so we need to ask ourselves why I want to move to IT and especially DevOps. Generally, what happens is if we are in civil or mechanical or something like that one, then at that point of time, we feel that, okay, in my industry, there is no opportunity, so let's move to IT because there are so many opportunities. But first of all,
Yes,
I want those people to do some self-introspection, because with the help of robotics and mechatronics, that field is becoming very, very huge. See, the IT is a plane, right? And IT itself is not providing a service to IT. Okay, IT is being used by non-IT people. So we have to learn softwares and the mechatronics and the AI related and the robotics related to mechanical.
Okay,
so
sir.
if you are from mechanical, I will say this. This is my view.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Hi, Abdul. Good morning.
Assalamualaikum, sir. This is Abdullah. What about the freshers from IT background?
Yeah, from IT background, they can start with the free tools, open source tools like Jenkins, Git, and all those things. And there are so many courses available free on the internet. If you do just those courses on the internet, then you will be able to build a certain pipeline. Just go on the YouTube and search what is, first of all, understand what is DevOps. Once you understand what is DevOps, then start implementing those pipelines by downloading open source tools. And once you create the pipeline in DevOps, then you will be able to have a good job very easily.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum.
And
It's Sufyan from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a question about what is the approach of companies today? I mean, if a company is trying to a new company is trying to get into IT, and what is their approach about DevOps, and also about companies who are already very well established, right? So what are their approach to DevOps? And even if you could tell me something that has an integration with cloud as well.
Yep. So the company. So you asked three questions. One is what are the new companies who are coming, their approach, right? And what are the existing companies, how they are using DevOps? And what is the third part of the question? Can you please come again?
I mean, how is DevOps integrated into cloud as well? And and even if for the companies who are very well established and they are now trying to move into DevOps, that is what was more something I was more interested in.
Yeah. See, they have the established companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook. They are using this as a tool, complete DevOps as a tool to gather the feedback from the customer and feedback in a faster way. Because just take the Amazon or Google or Flipkart. If you are on their website, so they are capturing their our data. They are capturing how we are behaving. Okay, yes. And they are building the build, measure, and learn. If you read a book called as the Lean Startup by Eric, so he's speaking about three things. Yeah. One is the build, measure, and learn. So with the help of the feedback, they will come to know what they want to learn. Yes. Then they will put appropriate metrics accordingly. Then they start the building. What we do generally, the new companies are first we build, right?
Yeah.
We have an idea. So the new companies first they start building, right? Yeah. They don't understand that. Okay, the first thing is they should be knowing what customer needs. They should be learning that one. Yes. Okay, so this is the major difference. The new companies, what they do is they first build, then they start measuring, then they start learning. But
Then
what
they'll
the
have to modify.
good companies do is they start in the reverse way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And in
Yeah, hi Abdul.
and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me
Hi
compare this
Abdul.
in terms of the cloud.
Ikraj. Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of the cloud and all those things,
Yeah.
whether it is cloud or on-premise, whether it is a cloud or on-premise, the basic definition, the basic structure of the office is not going to change. Okay. So the definition, what we just learn is connected automation that will be there at each and every, whether it is on-premise or on cloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted one question. Can you please come again? Sorry for that one. Something Vikrant or someone was there.
Yeah, I have that question. Yeah, hi Abdul, Ikraj here.
Yeah, Vikas. Yeah, tell me.
So actually, my question is like, so I'm working as a data analyst. Okay.
Okay.
How far these DevOps methodologies will affect to get a more deliverables with respect to DevOps?
Yes, that's a good question. Okay. See, when you are doing your data analytics, you will be requiring the data on demand, right?
Yes.
You will be requiring data on demand purpose for your development, because you might have written certain scripts and for the data modeling, and then you want to compare what is the expected. Then you want to compare what is the expected results, right? So for this expected, you are writing certain automation. You might be doing that manually or something like that one, right? So you have to write an automation script for that, your development part and for your testing part. So with that, it will get connected with each other.
Okay.
And once you are modifying your data, you need certain data or certain VM on demand purpose, right?
Okay.
You need data or VM on demand purpose. So you might have certain Docker images where you are on demand, you are destroying, and you are refreshing with the new one. So in that way, you can apply DevOps over there.
Okay. So with respect to like, firstly, we need to understand like how effective DevOps is. Like I know we are working for output oriented only. So what I'm trying to ask is like, so firstly, we need to understand about the whole concept of DevOps. Then only we can expect more appropriate results. Am I correct?
Yes. See, I agreed. Yes. Agreed.
So that's why, I mean, you explained about there are more open source tools are available in DevOps. So each specific tool have a lot of capabilities like Docker, Jenkins, there are some other tools. So in terms of data ops, so which tool you are going to suggest for me?
Yeah, see, that tool selection parameter is a huge another field. Okay, so at the moment in this short session, I will not be able to cover what are those parameters and all those things. What I request you is to connect me on LinkedIn. Then I will provide you the details, because to select any tool, there are a lot of things we need to consider. There are around 15 parameters are there. So that is whole list of parameters. Then we will come to know that, okay, which tool needs to be selected.
Yeah, got you, Abdul. Yeah, are you going to plan any type of training sessions or anything?
No, I don't take any trainings. I just do free webinars or something like that, because I'm already working. So if you need any assistance, I'm happy to assist you wherever it is required. You can connect me on LinkedIn. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number, so you can connect me on my WhatsApp. So I can just assist you. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Got you. Thanks.
As part of helping each other.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So, Abdul, there is one more question on the chat. So,
yep.
Amjad Muhammad, he's asking about how this is going to be useful for IBM mainframe technologies.
Good question. Good question. Yes, IBM has come up with a complete new set of tools for the DevOps. IBM has come up because if we see the DevOps, what I generally say is it is started by IBM in the market in 2008. And they have all the tools for each and every activity. So as I was stating, I will not go in tooling section at the moment in this webinar. So the only thing which I can say is that okay, IBM has full stack tools for the DevOps, so that can be used for mainframe. Yes, I know that it is going to be a little bit costly, but if there is we don't have any choice for that one.
Is there any certification for DevOps?
Sorry?
So there is another question asking about if any certification is there for DevOps.
Yes, there are so many certifications. Again, if I say any name, then that name will be tagged to me that okay, I'm preferring them or I do something for them, so which I don't want. So that's the reason I generally don't speak about the tooling part. Generally, I don't speak about any training institute or any certification. So whichever you feel best suitable in the market and whichever suits you, you can please go ahead with that one.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, Haseeb bhai, Abdul here.
Yes.
Yeah, my question is regarding the people, those who are into DevOps currently, and they are looking for the best opportunities in DevOps itself. As we could see, the learning curve, like DevOps is involved in itself. It is emerging. On regular basis that previously it was only into CI/CD, and then we have, cloud is also included into that. So what is your suggestion that to which, learning curve we need to adapt? Like now, there is also one of the part like DevSecOps. Like there are a lot many things are coming, evolving now. So which would be the better option to pick to get, to encash in the market?
Yep. I understand your question. So the people who are already in DevOps, so they should add as much tools as they can. If they are into the testing and all those things, so the web security and all those things, that is going to be another good career path for them. Okay, and they should be working on the cloud as well, because as our experience increases, I should be adding more and more skill set to me, to my skills, right? I should be adding more tools. So if today I'm working on Amazon, on AWS, I should be having the GCP knowledge, then I should be having the Azure knowledge. So the knowledge and the learning should be directly proportional to our experience. So to answer exactly to your question, I need to jump into kind of counseling. Then I need to ask that candidate, okay, on which tools right now you are working, what is your previous experience, and all those things. So not going in detail of a counseling session, I can say that broadly, we need to identify what our earlier skill set and what we are working right now. Then we need to expand our skills. I generally say that on an average, in DevOps, if we are in this field, around 4 to 5 months, we should be adding at least one tool to our skill set. At least one tool to our skill set, we should be adding. Okay. And that list is huge. That list is huge.
Okay.
Your voice is very low.
Hello, Abdul bhai.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, walaikum salam.
So my question was, I'm not having a technical background. I'm into project management, PMO. So how it's going to help me? Do we need to have some coding experience or testing experience to move with move ahead with DevOps?
Yeah, good question for the project managers and the senior people. See, for the senior people, what I generally refer is if you don't have the coding experience, then that's fine. But we need to understand about the tools and technology which are available in DevOps. We need to have good understanding about the transformation part, which is agile, DevOps, and test transformation. Then we need to have good understanding about the tool selection parameters.
Okay.
And being senior people, we need to baseline and we need to measure that one as well. So the metrics and measurement is another part.
Okay. Okay.
And with this one, we can jump into the DevOps. And if you are in product based, then you have good opportunity to jump into in the product part as well, because the DevOps is the way. Okay, is the right way. Is the right way to build.
Okay.
But
I basically have experience in services.
Yeah, so if you are in service desk, then obviously then you need to learn the incident management tools over there, and how we are going to connect these incident management tools to our logging and monitoring tools.
Okay.
Logging and monitoring tools, because as soon as there is any problem in the logging and monitoring, a ticket has to be raised, right?
Correct.
A ticket has to be raised. So and there are so many tools like Prometheus, then the time series database is there. So there are so many tools which are available in the market, which will help us to connect the logging and monitoring to the incident management tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this can be worked upon on any tool, like we use Sept for data and all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have to just connect as soon as the error is there, it should be logged as the incident, and as soon as the incident has come, it should create a ticket in the product backlog of the development team.
Okay.
So that automation mechanism, if we implement, or if you have the hands-on experience for those things, then you can jump into the DevOps. So that's the reason I always say that the DevOps is not new. The way DevOps is brought, the way of working is new.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, this is Sheikh. Okay, I'm from the data migration projects experience. So my question is, how is the implementation of DevOps going to happen? Say, for example, if we are implementing a data migration project, so do we need to implement this, as part of maintenance, or how does it start? Is it part of the release management scope, or is it a merge of dev and maintenance scope, or how does this actually sit from the implementation front?
Yes, that's a good question. See, what I generally believe is we need to have the higher management approval to implement DevOps first. Okay, we need to have the higher management approval. So it will start from the approval from the senior management. Once we have that senior management approval, then we need to start socializing these things in the organization. And once we are socializing these things, there will be some people who are enthusiastic to learn, who are enthusiastic to build the DevOps. What I will say is, first of all, we will go to them, that department, because there is no rule that, okay, this is the first department or this is the second department we have to implement DevOps. Because whenever the change is coming, there is always fear in the people, and they fear that, okay, my job is going to be in problem. We need to remove that one, and we need to provide a kind of social security to them, and we need to identify which is the team who is willing to transform, and with that we can move with them. Okay, and this is from my previous experience. And again, there is no right or wrong over here. And if senior management is pushing, okay, this department, yes, this department, but I will first go with the less risky department, because I will learn certain things from DevOps, and so that those learnings can be applied to the critical departments or the critical units of a project life cycle.
Assalamu alaikum, Haseeb.
Yes.
This is Mohammed Zahir. As you said in a session, gap analysis metric like severity basis, high, medium, low. For developers, high, and tester, medium, and the integration
Your
part is
voice
low.
is breaking. Yeah, your voice is very slow.
Yeah, is this now audible?
Yes, yes.
As you said in a session, there's a gap analysis metric, severity based on the developers, tester, integration part, high, medium, low. My question is how Agile implements into that gap fill analysis?
Yes, as I was telling, I have covered this in the transformation part. Agile and testing. Agile and testing. These are generally, I say, that prerequisite to get maximum outcome of DevOps. And I give generally the example of the train. It runs on the track, right? So Agile and DevOps. So this is the track. Sorry, Agile and testing. Agile and test automation. This is the track on which the train of DevOps will run.
Okay, in what basis in Agile backup plans for a tester they can do backup plans?
Again, your voice is very low.
In what basis, in what time backup plans through Agile we can do backup plan for a tester side to severity to decrease the severity from medium to low? Hello?
I didn't understand your question, please. I didn't understand your question, please.
As you said that tester is a medium severity. To before to achieve that high severity, how can we decrease that severity from medium to low while doing backup plans through Agile?
Your voice has stopped in between. Can you please type your question and I will take it?
Okay. Can I start with your WhatsApp?
Yeah, you
later.
Type in the chat box.
Okay.
I think there is another question about how the DevOps can be implemented in production support.
Yes. See, production support. Okay. So as we say that DevOps is the umbrella where production support, QA, development, these departments will not be there, and this department should not be there. So it is giving an opportunity. It is giving an opportunity for production support people to build their skills so that they can jump into the DevOps. And when it comes how part, the production support people are generally involved in logging the monitoring part of the incidents. They are involved in the deployment. They are involved in the support, right? So they need to implement the right tools. They need to implement the right tools to connect their existing work to the previous work and to the next work or next activity, we can say. So production support is very much critical, but that we have to manage with the help of tools and technology. And if organizations or teams do their production support in that way, then I think they will be able to be very much in demand, because they can move to the build and release the job profile, and where they can learn certain tools.
So there is a generic question for manual automation engineer. Is it essential to learn Terraform or Ansible?
If a person is in manual testing, first of all, I will request him to see what are the opportunities in his own organization. In terms of the automation, because if he is a manual tester, first of all he should be shifting to automation tester. Then he should be using certain tools like Selenium, TestNG, and all those things. Okay, along with the Bitbucket and all, so as to implement the DevOps, or he can learn these tools. Okay, related to build and test automation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you are from Career 360 background, your NGO you are running, I think so a couple of questions are coming from that angle as well. So one brother is asking if there are any opportunities for the freshers. maybe because of this lockdown effect?
No, I didn't understand the question.
No, so there is one question. It's a general question for a graduate. So he wanted to understand, like, if there are opportunities for freshers in industry.
Yes, huge opportunities for freshers in this industry, because DevOps is having majority of the tools from the open source. Okay, so that's the reason huge opportunities for the newcomers and for the freshers.
So freshers can start learning these new tools and then get started from there, right?
Yes, and they can build their own project at their home. Okay, and then they can clearly say that, okay, this is the pipelines. These are the pipelines which I have implemented, because whatever they have implemented over there, that is going to be the backbone in the industry as well. So they don't need to have the less confidence on that part. Freshers are very much well in demand, because because freshers learn very fast the new tools and all those things. And this industry is majorly in from the tooling perspective for a fresher. Yes, obviously, tool is not the only part about the DevOps, but for entry people, yes, that's a good way.
See, freshers, even if they build the projects at home, in some majority of the companies, they have the initial this one itself will be experience. They'll ask experience. The cutoff for this one is experience. They'll ask. They'll not ask like freshers. For them, how to get into DevOps?
Yeah, that's a good question. See, they have to continuously working on these things, and they say that, okay, at least to get in the interview, that, okay, I have some experience in this way, and let them tell very honestly that, okay, I have been working on these things on by my own, and have gathered this experience. Okay, and there are so many fresher opportunities as well. I agree that, okay, the companies are looking for the only for the experienced people, or not everyone, but majority of the people are considered from the experience. But if they say that, okay, during their free time they have done these courses, then I think they will get a job, because I've seen in my experience.
So that they can put the same in resume, right? They have experience of 1 year, 1 or 2 years experience.
If they want, yes, it depends. But they don't. But they should not be telling any lie.
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Your experience on that tooling, you can put it at. So
yeah,
not the industry experience, but your experience in that area, you can just
the tooling. Yes. Yeah, that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
Valid view.
Prasad has some more information to add to DevOps culture. So Prasad, could you please go ahead?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Let me give a good thank you to Abdul. Actually, he has covered so many things. And if we could think about the DevOps culture, then I just want to let all know that this is going to be a collaborative environment. If you could hear everyone now and then, every organization rather than they're talking about the collaborative efforts. If you have the DevOps culture, then of course, this has to be in the collaborative manner. Second point, very important, try to understand, this is specifically for the freshers who are really trying to get into the DevOps. This is going to be end-to-end responsibility. If you could think what is end-to-end, then there are thousands of tools available in the market. You just have to get through the tools, get the hands-on, and then probably you can just, of course, mention in the profiles that yes, you got a very good hands-on on the tools. Tools starting from administrative to the security events, the way someone just tried to explain about the event logging also. So you will get many tools to get hands-on. Third, very important, every company is looking for automation, every company. So DevOps is the future. Mark our words. Of course, Abdul should be in my line. Automation is the key. So DevOps is the key for next 5 to 8 years. So the moment you people get to learn, and you should show some kind of absolute eagerness, you will be on top of it. So this is I just want to say to all.
Very, very true. Thanks, Prasad, for adding this.
Yeah.
The industry is
Yes,
going.
thanks for that one. And just to let everyone that, okay, Prasad is my very, very old colleague. Okay,
Yeah.
and we just came across with each other. Okay,
Yeah.
after 10 years or so, we with each other over the phone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Prasad, for joining and for your inputs.
Thank you. Thank you. I am a DevOps certified, and of course, couple of book I have the list, and I always keep reading on those ones. I'm DevOps practitioner, by the way, and of course, I am in touch with Abdul for rest of the things.
Sure. So you can share your number, WhatsApp number. Maybe people can get in touch with you.
Definitely, I would love to that, and if I could support in any of these things to Abdul, I would be really happy to extend my support to Abdul.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Prasad. Thanks for your support. We need volunteers. So if anybody wants to
course.
volunteer for this work, yes, you're most welcome, everyone. Yeah, sorry, Prasad, you were telling something.
Thank you. So these are the things I just want to cover, and of course, I think I have shared this number and these sessions to 3 to 4 of my members, and I think 1 or 2 they have already joined. So found it very useful, Abdul, and expecting many more.
Good. Yeah, DevOps Handbook is another book. The name itself is DevOps Handbook.
Maybe you can type it in chat. People can take it easily.
Yeah.
You mentioned about other book also, right? For the startups. Maybe you can write that name as well.
Yeah.
So questions? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, others can go on mute if you are not having any questions.
Yeah, I have a question like here. So what is this MFIRD?
This is Millet Foundation for Industry Research and Development.
So what it deals with?
It's a network of industry professionals to upskills themselves and see the further opportunities for them, and in turn help others to grow in their career. So we mainly focus on upskilling because the industry is going very fast. We need to upscale ourselves, otherwise we will be irrelevant to the industry. And the second thing is, if you are experienced enough, and now if you want to look out for the entrepreneurship path, so we can think of getting the experts in that area and learn from them. And the third is the career guidance to the basically Industry College Connect. We can go for workshops to the colleges, and if we have an opportunity for bringing colleges to our companies, then we should provide the industry visit for them.
I'm sorry, I missed you.
The third one is the College Connect. I mean, so you are going to the colleges for conducting workshop on these various technologies. You have contact with a lot of SMEs on various topics. You can take them, so that way you can help the colleges for grooming their students, and while they are in college itself, they are well aware of what's going in the industry, so that the learning curve after coming to the industry should get reduced. And the third is, we can start little early, means the fourth one, education. So schooling also, nowadays industry is reaching out to the students from early classes, right? So in what way we can help the society? So that approach we are trying to take it.
Okay. How frequently these type of sessions will be conducting this MFIRD?
Yeah, every Saturday we have one or the other topic. So we request volunteers to come forward. If you have something with you, you please start sharing with others. So similar request has reached Abdul Haseeb Bhai, and he welcomed our request, and he gave, in spite of his, there was a already scheduled appointment for him with the doctor, but for maintaining this time, he just rescheduled his doctor appointment. I'm really thankful to Brother Abdul on this. So similarly, we request others also to and come forward and share your expertise on various hot topics that are in the industry. And
yeah, it's a good idea. Like so, we had good time with Abdul Haseeb. So it's very needful for such type of newcomers to the IT industry or any type of industry. So you people are doing very great job. It's literally very great job. Yeah, thanks for the time.
yeah.
Sir, I have a small doubt, sir. Like,
Yeah, go
which institute is providing this DevOps course, sir?
Yeah, as I
In which
told
we
you
can
in the,
enroll and we can. You said
in the
that,
beginning.
but I did not hear that.
Yeah, I personally don't prefer any institute or I don't take any name. So you need to do that market research and you can do that one. Because generally what happens is I can share you the name, but people say that, okay, you are connected to that institute also. Okay, where I'm not connected to any institute, you can do the analysis, you can do the market research and you can join anyone. Okay, whichever
Okay,
you
what
prefer.
will be the average cost, sir? Approximate cost for this course? Any idea?
Again, around 5 to 10,000. Again, the content which are there in the in that module. Generally, I have seen that, okay, 5 to 10,000, around 7,000 is the cost for that one.
Okay, sir.
But for DevOps, I think there are so many open source material available on the YouTube. You can start with that one. And a kickstart for that one is going to be a Jenkins. Okay, a kickstart can be a Jenkins. You can start with this with Jenkins.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. And another thing I want to know from the host, do we have the feedback form available so that the people can share their feedback?
Yeah, Abdul Mujib bhai, do you have that form with you?
Yeah.
If the link is available.
Yeah, if you have that link, can you share here on the chat?
Yeah, let me check.
Okay.
Yeah. And I respect all the audience to provide to connect on the LinkedIn, and this article is published. This event is published on my LinkedIn, and you can go ahead and you can provide your feedback. I encourage for that one.
Can you just share your link?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to share my LinkedIn profile or the article for this one. Okay.
So there is another question in the chat. Is AWS Associate Architecture course a prereq for learning DevOps?
Yeah, it is a very good course. It is a very good course. If you are new or if you are even though you are mid experienced, then this course is very good course.
AWS Associate Architecture course, right?
Yeah.
So is that going to help the DevOps?
From AWS there is certain course which is related to DevOps as well. Okay, certain certification which is related to DevOps as well. So what I prefer is to do that one. But I think that is the second level. So I have provided the LinkedIn article. So I request you please go ahead and you share your responses over there, because this will help us. This is going to be an encouragement for us as well. Whatever our volunteers over here they are doing, and you can provide your inputs, suggestions, whether you like or didn't like as well. Not a problem.
Hello.
You can provide me certain learnings as well. Yes. Yeah. Tell me.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Yes.
salam.
Walaikum salam. Yeah. Tell me.
A question, Abdul Haseeb bhai.
Yes.
What is the DevOps key concept?
DevOps key concept.
Yes.
A difficult question for me. Okay. What is DevOps key concept? So DevOps
No
itself
problem.
is a concept. Okay. So we can say that, okay, DevOps is connected automation. That is the key concept. Okay. Connected automation among all the phases of a project lifecycle. Connected automation of all the phases
G.
in a project life cycle. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So each and every activity in which sequence are not that much bothered, it should be connected to previous phase, it should be connected to the next phase, and this connection should happen with the help of integration tools, and the result should be displayed at a centralized portal.
Thank you.
To just to add to the Abdul, sorry, Prasad here. Can I just
Please go ahead.
say
Yes,
something?
please. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you,
Please.
Abdul. So Abdul is what he has said it much rightly in terms of the concepts. Another concept which I just spoke about, that is the collaborative. Collaborative in the sense that to get in touch with the internal stakeholders and make sure that that is getting done with the support of each other. Then end-to-end responsibility, if we are talking about the testing or development or probably the services or incident or likewise, that is going to be the lies with the individual and the teams end-to-end. Third is the continuous improvement, and last one is the automation. So these are the core concept of the DevOps, and based on that, DevOps is already built up very hard structure, and this is the pillars of the approaches in the DevOps.
Yeah, hi Prasad. Yeah, you texted in the chat box like so you're going to sharing some books about DevOps.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Prasad.
I just shared the book name along with the who all are the authors about those books. So probably you can just I don't know whether to be frankly I have the license copies, so I can share that. But yes, the name and the author I have shared it. I don't know whether those are available freely on the internet. But of course, I did check that for you people, and I try to share that.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much, Abdul. I should thank you that giving me a chance to speak, Abdul.
You are always welcome. It is a collaborative effort. It is a day of effort.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Go ahead.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I am a fresher graduate candidate, sir, from EC. In 2018, I was passed. And sir, last month I was done my course in DevOps, sir. But till now I didn't get any opportunity to work in this field. Is there any company or any organization will providing training or a fresher, sir? Learning as a trainee or fresher?
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, being fresher, you might not have got the opportunities. What I request you is to understand whatever the calls we have received. Okay, which tools they are expecting.
Ansible and Docker.
Yeah, because for these tools, Ansible and Docker, so opportunities are there. Okay, so let's understand which questions you are unable to answer.
Okay.
And for Ansible and Docker, those are the open source tools. You can do a lot of hands-on in your free time. So what I request you is again expand your learning.
Okay, sir.
Again expand your learning, because Ansible and Docker, if you see, that is heavily used in the DataOps.
Okay, sir.
DataOps and all those things. So try to connect those things. Try to understand how those things are working and how you can apply those concepts in DataOps and in other areas.
Okay, sir.
And I understand that being fresher, it will take time, but being patient and being honest you get a job.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Abdul, you said it more honest. I think that is really a good word.
Yeah, true.
Because you know what happens, the Ansible is being as a configuration management tool. See, we have got many tools in our mobile or in our laptops or desktops, and we never ask to get trained on those applications. But when it comes to the professional, we probably ask, oh, I need a training likewise. So if we put our honest efforts, trust me, you can learn on your own. And even I know that, Abdul and myself, how we keep learning when we were together working.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for your
Yep.
Valuable inputs, Prasad.
Yeah.
So there are, I think, sorry, we couldn't arrange that feedback form here, but there are questions here posted by Brother Abdul. So you can take this question and you can give your feedback on WhatsApp number has been shared. Okay, take this question. If no other questions, so I think we can close it. So I think, we are at 12:25. So let me, let's see, bye for taking out his precious time for us. Though he was busy today with his personal commitments, and thanks for sharing your rich learning and that vast learning across various parts of globe. So it really helped, and adding to you,
Yes.
also complimented your effort, and there were other like very interactive question answers session was there, which has really helped us to understand more about DevOps, and we are how we can get into DevOps. It was a very great session. I think we are taking back home a lot of good information with us. Surely we'll be working on them to improve ourselves. And if we are not directly into DevOps, maybe we can, with this information, we can help others, and we can map those requirements to the proper experts. Thanks a lot. With this,
Thank you so much, Abdul Haseeb bhai.
yeah.
You're most welcome.
Thanks. With this, I'll end this session. The recording is available in tinyurl/mfrd. So even for other sessions which has already happened, you can as well go there and learn in your free time. And as I said, if anyone is willing to share your experience with others, so we can find out a time for you for your technology which you want to present. So please reach out to us.
Great, thank you. I really appreciate your efforts. It is really nice sessions. Hope to continue like this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
Sure,
a lot.
Prasad. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, MFRD and all.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for the session. Bye.